Honey, better get up.
Jason's coming for you.
Jason's coming for me. But why? But today's not even Friday the 13th. None of this makes any sense. Am I dreaming? But I can't just sit and wait. I need to get out of here.
Oh, just you.
Yeah, who did you think it was? Ready to make a sign? Hello, welcome everyone. So I'm here with my new neighbor, and today we're gonna do a quick Halloween sign. He's interested in making some stuff, so I figured I'd teach him how to do a quick and dirty, I guess weathered, kind of torched decoration sign for his yard. So let's get to it. So first we started marking off 2-foot sections on this piece of pine. Then we're going to cut them on the miter saw. So now we're just using the jigsaw to just kind of make random cuts on the edges of the board, sometimes going in a little further than others. And then if you want to take out stuff out of here too, not too much, but just random wise.
What are you thinking?
Well, that's cool, yeah. Alright, so there's one other thing I usually do to make it more distressed, and that's with this roundover bit. Okay. So we just go every once in a while, make like little lines, maybe some dips, okay. And when we burn it, it's kind of soften the edges.
Sweet.
So the key with using the router in this way is to go on various depths. You don't have to change the setting itself, just kind of raise it and lower it as you're moving it along. And as you can see, there's really no rhyme or reason to what we're doing here. It's just kind of playing around and doing what you want, really. Make longer lines, make shorter lines, make little divots in the wood, and even go on the edges and kind of knock down some of those. In this next shot, right here at the bottom of the wood, you can kind of see where we cut a longer opening into the wood. Kind of gives it a more natural look and varies the differences on the edges. So I guess the next step would be to use the blowtorch, and we're going to soften all of these edges that we just put in there. And then we're going to wire brush it, and then that's just going to bring out the grain in the wood, and it's also going to give it this gray kind of color from all the charcoal. Right here I'm just telling him that he needs to torch it longer. We really want to burn this wood. That way when we wire brush it, we'll take away like the top grain, which softens it up and will raise kind of the grain underneath it. Let it sit there on a spot. You'll see, well, you can move on one now. Yeah, you can see how it gets on these edges and softens those up.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to make sure that we get the edges as well. We're not going to do the backside, but I don't want the backside to be completely looking plain.
Okay.
So let's just lightly torch maybe the back, just to give it color. Yeah, just like that. It's just so it doesn't look.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna wire brush the charred part of the wood, and we're gonna go with the grain. And we are wearing a dust mask because you don't want to get all of this charcoal in your nose or breathe it in. Also, I know we should have been wearing safety glasses during the cutting, but we forgot. So do as I say, not as I do. The cool thing with this process is, like, if you don't like it, you just keep burning it, you know?
Yeah, no, this is badass. I like it. I see what you mean by getting it darker because that wire brush takes it out.
Yeah.
This is badass.
But, like, I mean, you can just see how it brings out the grain. You burn it another time, it brings out even more.
Wow.
I mean, and look at the softness now of all these marks compared to what you had.
Yeah.
It's more natural.
Yeah, because you can really feel the grain.
Now we're gonna cut up a 2x4 for the stand, and then maybe we can use some of the scraps to make the base.
Okay.
Alright, so I say our next step would be to attach these planks to the base here.
If we want to run 2 plates on the back here and then screw it to it to hold this together as a sign and then mount it.
My first thought was just to mount each plank separately just to the base, just screw them in. But my neighbor, he thought, you know, maybe we should just build the sign first and then mount it to the base. That way it's easier to work with. And I agreed with that, so that's what we're doing now. This is usually how I build a regular sign that doesn't have a base. We use these 2 strips, glue it, and then use little brad nails to secure them to the planks. Put a couple more in. We also slightly burned these strips of wood just so they blended in.
So what are we gonna say? Welcome.
Well, this would be the keep out part,
This is the keep out.
and then just a light.
Oh, what are we doing? We're doing warning, not welcome, right?
Oh, well,
What do you-
whatever you want it to be, actually.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking because it says keep out, welcome, but your sign on Windows says beware.
Yeah.
Maybe we could say warning.
I don't know. Keep out. I like keep out. Because I don't want to say welcome and keep out on the same sign.
Yeah, so that's fine. So, like with the keep out, what I had in mind was like it was like an old, like maybe like a mine shaft or something, like a sign.
Okay,
that was out
that's
there,
yeah. I'm on the same track with that.
So it's all old and
I like that.
you know it looks like the paint's faded in spots. And
Okay, I like that.
closed mine shaft or something. I don't know. Mine closed, I think is probably just easiest.
Mine closed. Keep out.
Anyway, well, yeah, but I was thinking to keep out in red, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not too bad.
No.
I'd go a little more,
Okay.
just to fade it out a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. So our goal with this red was to make it look like it was blood. But not only that, but just like dripping blood. But I guess because the way we brought out the grain of the wood with the burning, the drips didn't drip down, they kind of went sideways. So we're making it stand out a little more by giving it a black edge. and then we're gonna go back in and hand paint some drips. Then just to make it look like this sign has been repaired several times and, you know, has been beaten up and whatever, we're putting some nails in there that are, you know, hammered in the wrong way and been weathered and covered with blood and all that. Just lightly.
Lightly torch them?
Just enough to blacken the edges. There you are. Alright guys, so here's the finished product. I think it came out pretty good. Just goes to show that somebody who's never really done this before can go ahead and make this in a few hours is what we did. So be sure to like, subscribe, and until next time.